Good morning, and welcome to a whole new season of John Works Too Much. I'm so excited to tell you guys what we're about to do. You see right now, if you're a visionary, you can use your imagination, your thinking caps, and you can look into the future and see a beautiful house that's going to get built there. It's going to be 2-story. There's going to be a huge covered porch on the back. There's going to be a 2nd-story deck and then a covered porch up above that. A 3-car garage, a huge living room, 20-foot ceilings, big nice staircase, huge master bedroom and closet and master bathroom and everything. And then this is sitting on 15 acres of land out in the middle of nowhere, and it's so peaceful. Listen, no trains, no cars, no nothing, just peace. It's beautiful. So this morning we put in a temporary power pole. I had my electrician do it, and basically they're going to put a telephone pole right here where this red flag is, and then they'll hook these wires up to that, and we'll be able to plug in and not have to listen to a generator while we build this house. So my good friend Benno is going to come out here and do all the concrete work and build us a road, and then we are going to get started on framing this house. And I'm so very excited. Whoa, this traffic is getting ridiculous. Did you hear that? One truck. All right, we'll see you guys soon. Oh, hey there. I'm so excited that you guys are here. So I want to tell you, we're about to start a whole new season of John Works Too Much, and I'm so excited because we're going to build a house for Mike. Now, Mike bought some land out here in the middle of nowhere. Because why?
You know what? It was just time to get out of the city, come to the country.
I agree, right? Anybody who's smart is doing that right now.
And we're not very smart.
Well, maybe sometimes you got to follow the lead of smart people, right? So what we've done so far, as you can tell, we've got some heavy equipment over here. We dug a well. We got a power pole in, temporary power pole. We got some heavy equipment out here. Benno's out here with Boom Construction doing all the forms, and we're about to get that done. I'm so very excited about that. And then I think for next week's Thanksgiving, but I think the week after that, we're going to pour concrete and start framing this thing, which is very exciting. Now, I want to brag on you a little bit, okay? So, Mike, you were a stuntman on Hawaii Five-0 and on Magnum PI, right? For how many years?
3 years.
That's a long time. That's a big deal.
It was a good job.
And that was just a real sacrifice having to be in Hawaii on location, right?
Yeah, it was tough. The worst one was when it was Snowmageddon.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to leave my wife behind with 2 broken water heater things and frozen pipes and all that. And
but then you had to go to Hawaii? Yeah. Such a sacrifice.
Yeah. I do it for my family.
I didn't understand like how much you had to go through to get to this point. Yeah. It's honorable.
Yeah.
Also, let's see what else you've done. You've done Amerigeddon, right?
A film called Amerigeddon. It was kind of interesting. We did it in 2015, and it was basically where the government starts overreaching on their powers greatly and coming after the guns. And little did we know that something we were doing back then would become very relevant.
So this was a prophecy. This movie was a prophecy.
A bit, unfortunately. Yes. But here we are.
Sadly.
And here I am.
Yeah, running from it all. Not running, buckling down, fighting the system.
Yeah, of course, 100%.
Now,
and I will say this.
Yeah.
I lost my job on Magnum PI in Hawaii Five-0.
And I don't think we can say out loud why that was, but let's just say it was for, because the government is overreaching, right? And they said, you can't be on this job unless, and you stood your ground. Sir, I applaud you for that. I think you know that I firmly stand against this.
100%.
Yeah, so good for you. Yeah. Now, in the meantime, a lot of times, something that seems bad happens, and then really that's just the introduction to something better happening.
100%. 100%.
And so, am I wrong? Like, we can't talk about this yet, but you told us in confidence that there's something very exciting coming up. You're going to probably be working on a new series?
Well, yeah, we did a film a number of years ago. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out if you do a little research.
A little bit of research. Mike Norris, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
And we have an opportunity to turn it into a TV series, so we're working hard to get that all done, and hopefully March, April of next year we'll be filming a TV series.
This makes my heart sing.
Yeah.
This makes me so happy. Like, I love it when people are successful, and I love it when things come together. And it's a good series too. Like, it's a
good, sweet series about faith. Because that's what I did after I was on Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yeah.
I wanted to make films that glorify Christ.
Yeah.
And we did that.
High five.
Yeah, high five. And so, yeah, this would just be an extension of that we've done, and very excited about it. Just keep praying everything goes well. It's it's a lot bigger than what I'm normally used to. So I'm very happy, very thankful.
I am so happy for you. And I'm happy about this too. So I can't wait to get this thing started. And see, there's visionaries in life, right? And we look and everybody else sees a patch of dirt, and I look and I see a beautiful house, right? And I see like the things that are going to happen here, and the family events that you're going to have, and the relationship that you're going to have, and all those things, and the people in the city that you're going to get to know. I love that.
Yeah. And what this is for, it's for my family. It's for my kids. It's going to be a place that we can always come to, that my kids are always here, my wife, hopefully someday grandkids. And so this is where it's all going to happen. I'm very excited. I'm very excited for John. I'm thankful for John because he's just made this whole process really amazing, easy, and just his creative genius in doing this stuff is so exciting, and I can't wait to see him.
It's going to be wonderful. So I'm so happy that you guys get to be a part of this and watch this process happen. You're going to get to see every step of the way and how we build a house from nothing, from a patch of dirt, digging a well, bringing in power, doing the dirt work, and everything. And so welcome to a whole nother season of your life.
And John works way too much.
I do work quite a bit. It's not a lot. All right, well, we'll see you later on. So you guys are still watching. All right, so this is Christina Garza. Now, Christina is a beautiful lady and incredibly smart, highly talented, and very successful. Tell us about yourself.
I thought you were.
Okay, I will. So let me tell you about Christina. She's an actress. You've done all kinds of acting, right? Yeah, modeling, hand models. Let's see those beautiful hands.
Try.
Oh, that is, and she knows, like, you got to hold them up, right? Like,
Right.
I wouldn't have done it like this. That's a little bit loud for a minute, don't worry. So we're setting forms over here. Benno's doing forms. He's amazing at this stuff. And this is kind of the overall footprint. You can see where the yellow springs are. That's the overall footprint of the house. Obviously, it's not going to be a perfect rectangle. It's going to be, you know, a shape that's interesting to look at and functional. Oh, I can hear her now. Anyway, Christina's amazing, and she's going to be helping us with this project. And we're going to see the building of this house through the eyes of somebody who has less experience than I do. Okay, but slightly less. It's barely less. So, have you learned anything today?
I have. The importance of making sure the shape of the ground, right?
Yep.
You want to make sure that's even, or else everything else when you're building a house is not going to be right. So everything has to be square.
Square. That's the
On
word.
point.
Yeah.
Yes.
It matters. Level and square matter. Okay, so I do want to tell you guys another story that is completely unrelated. Sometimes in life, you're thinking to yourself, I'm going to go and do this thing. Everybody's making money here. But then life takes you on a detour. And you're like, aw, shucks. But then it turns out that aw, shucks was a great moment for you. Let me tell you an example. So on the Oregon Trail, everybody was on the East Coast of the United States, and they're like, we're going to go to get California gold, right? The gold rush. So they would take their everything on the covered wagon and they would go, and there was a point on this road, and I went there, where everybody's cattle died. It just happened, okay? And so this guy was like, you know, it's getting close to winter. I'm just gonna build a little cabin here. I'm gonna hang out for the winter. So he does. Well, then his cows, which are super skinny and about to die because they're starving to death, and he's beating them like a rented mule, they get fat and healthy. Well, somebody else comes along, and he's like, your cows look like they're about to die. I'll tell you what, I'll trade you 2 of your bad cows for 1 of my healthy cows. And they're like, brother, that's a good deal. So he's like, okay, and he just leaves them out to pasture and goes on about his day. Hunts some rabbits or whatever in the world they did. Time passes, somebody else comes along. These cows are now healthy and fat. Brother, your cows are about to die. I will trade you 2 of your ugly cows for 1 of my pretty cows. And they're like, okay. This went on. Fast forward through time, he had 500,000 head of cattle. So he was going to, and he missed out, right? He didn't get to go to California to get the gold. But instead he ended up far richer than all the other people that were trying to get the gold. So sometimes in life, the detours are really your destination. This is not a detour. We planned this. All right, see you guys later. So it's been about 28 minutes, and as you can clearly tell, Benno came out and did hard work and made our patch of dirt look like the shape of a house.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so what do you think you learned here today, Christina?
I loved it. This is my first time seeing a house being built from the ground up, so everything is really fascinating, and yeah, You know?
So this is the parameter of the house, right?
Yeah.
We've got a big master closet, master bath, master bedroom, kitchen, dining room, staircase. There'll be a second floor, a huge living room, 20-foot ceilings, laundry room, and then a 3-car garage over here. And then it sits on 15 acres, and there's a creek over here. So it's really beautiful. Is there anything else that's on your heart you want to talk about? Tell the people.
I think you should always be open to try new things. Like, I've been in front of the camera doing acting work for quite a few years, and this opportunity came up to learn how to build houses, and I'm like, why not? Give it a shot.
Right.
And here I am.
So next skydiving, right?
No.
So that's a hard maybe. We all heard that's a hard maybe. We got it on camera. It's on the internet. It must be true.
Maybe. We'll see.
That's better. See, that always be open.
Yes. Always be open. Yeah. Whatever.
And then also bungee jumping, right?
Maybe.
See,
We'll
always
start
be
with
open.
the house first.
Okay, that's
Start
fair.
with that first.
That's fair. I love skydiving and bungee jumping. Oh, hey there. What are you guys doing? No answer. All right, so what we're doing is we're putting rough plumbing in for this house. And a lot of you probably don't know what that means. It means that whenever you pour water down a drain, it has to go somewhere. So we're gonna have a septic tank over where that pile of dirt is, which is gonna be amazing. And then we're putting what's called a trunk, which we'll show you later, all the way down here. And then we'll put branches out to where the different things are, toilets and sinks and washing machines and all those things. So Steve Lux is over here working hard. He's with Power Rooter Plumbing, and he is the best plumber I know. Like, he knows so much stuff about so much stuff. His entire life he's been plumbing since he was this big, and then his dad was a plumber before that. So, like, dude knows about plumbing. He's amazing. Now,
I know about plumbing.
tell me about it.
Poop
Yep.
goes downhill.
Got it? Hot water,
Don't bite your fingernails.
important. Hot water's on the left.
Or right.
Usually the left. Okay. So did you know that if you say the word oranges, like your shirt, oranges, really slowly, it sounds like you're saying gullible? Try it.
Oranges.
Slowly, though.
Oranges.
Do it again. All right. So the other day, I was feeling really lonely. It's around the holidays right now, so I get lonely and sad, and like I cry a lot inside mostly inside my heart where you can't see it. But I was like, I want to go somewhere. I just want to hear somebody say I love you, even if it's my own echo. So I went to the Grand Canyon quickly, and I was like, I love you! And I waited for an awkwardly long amount of time. And then I heard, I have a boyfriend. I was like, great. Thanks. That's it. Good morning, or as I like to call it, good afternoon. It's been about 28 minutes. We saw you working hard over here, Steve. Tell us what in the world's going on. We're at Mike Norris's house out in the middle of nowhere.
Is that Chuck Norris's son?
That is Chuck Norris's son.
Sweet.
He's an awesome guy. Highly talented, super nice, just like a genuine dude that I love very much. Anyway, carry on. Tell us what's going on here.
Basically, we come out today for John. We got great weather. We put in a new plumbing system. We got a master bathroom. We got a hall bathroom. We got a kitchen over there. We got laundry. We got an upstairs. We got all kinds of good stuff going on here. The drain system has got good fall. We're going to go out to the side here. The septic system will be put in later. We got a 1-inch pipe going over to our well that's already been dug and installed.
Yeah.
And then we're going to just rock and roll with this thing. John will probably need about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes it usually takes him to pour a slab, and then we should have it
Roughly.
framed before Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Easy.
maybe?
Oh,
Okay.
easy, yeah.
But basic rough in. So we did a good job. You happy?
I'm very
All right. So I got him what he wants. That's my turn, buddy.
I'm not gay.
You gonna pay me?
Oh,
pay me.
Oh.
Give me some money.
No, you know
Some
what?
money.
I
Come on, where's the
no,
money?
I think I left it over
Where's the
this
money?
way. No.
Hey, I'm not playing.
Oh, yeah, no.
Where's my money?
I'll do it.
Oh, you mother. Oh. I'm gonna go get my money.
Hey guys, I hope that this is a valuable lesson for you in accountability. Now, personal accountability. Steve confronted me and said, you need to pay me for the job I did. And I was like, no. And then,
That's why you should never lie.
never lie.
Continue.
You should pay your bills is what you should do, because sometimes there's consequences. And those consequences are, and
You could die.
you could, because
Why?
he shot, I think he emptied his clip. Now, Steve is an amazing shot. And on purpose, I think he knew that I really was going to pay him, but he definitely got his point across. And so I'm alive. Thank God. I drew a little bit of blood, but not much. It just, well, the bullet, he's so good a shot. He's just like grazed across. I'm like, okay, I've got money right here. I'm so sorry. And I just started like, here you go. Just take it all. And then I was like, and here's my bank account information, right? All right. So this reminds me, you're smart, Christina, right?
I try to be, at least.
Do you think that we need more programs
in the
Absolutely.
world. So what I say is, like, we need more programs to help the poor. We need more programs to help out people in general, like help them to do things. Do you think we need more programs?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Tell me why.
I think we have plenty of programs already.
No, I want to know this because I completely agree, but I want to hear your opinion.
No, this is not the time to hear my opinion.
It
at the moment.
is. I love
Absolutely
it.
not. Continue.
I will tell you my opinion, okay? This is what I think. I see so many people all over the years, and they're like, I want to go make a bunch of money so I can start a program so other people can be nice to other people. That's really what they're saying. And I'm like, why don't you be nice to other people?
It's true.
And they're like, because I'm going to be too busy. And I want you to be nice to other people. Here's some of my money. Because I have a lot of money, I'm going to give you a little bit of my money. You go do it, I'll feel good about myself. That is lazy, okay? And what that breeds is a bunch of lazy people that are like, I'm going to give money, but then they give less and less and less and less, and these programs don't actually work, okay? Here's my suggestion. If there is a need, first of all, you need to suck it up, okay? That's the very first, like, if I need to go get groceries, I can't be like, I hope somebody gets me groceries. I'm a grown man. I need to go and work and make my own money and go get my own groceries. Now, if for some reason I can't, and I understand that there are people that cannot go do their basic tasks, right? And I feel bad about that. Hear me out. I'm not trying to sound like a douche here. The next people that should help is your family. If your family can't help for whatever reason, maybe you don't have it, maybe everybody in your family died, your friends should help you. If they can't help because for whatever reason you have no friends, your church should help. If for some reason you're like, I refuse to go to church because I hate God and I hate myself and I don't know why my life is so miserable, then charities are there to help you. The very last people in the world to help should be the government because they screw up freaking everything they touch.
This is a political video?
It is.
What did I get myself into?
You agreed with me.
You just don't know what side I'm on, so continue.
Fair enough.
Yes.
She agrees with me.
Maybe not.
Maybe not, but
Maybe
she does.
not.
She does know. It's very important, I think. Too many people are like, there should be a law against this. There should be a program for this. And every time somebody says there should be a law against this, I'm like, stop talking. Because here's what happens. Then somebody gets shot for jaywalking because some cop that's overzealous is like, you didn't do what I said, bang, bang, bang. And I've seen it. I was in Vegas years ago and some guy backed up and this cop, full crowd, I mean thousands of people within, I was in view, right? Empties his clip, bang, 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 over almost nothing. They caught the guy a mile down the road. I'm like, did you really have to shoot into a crowd for that? And the truth is that every time they say, oh, there should be a law against this, then we got yet another law. So many laws that we can't keep up with it. Lawmakers can't keep up with it. And what I'm saying is this, less laws, less government, more personal accountability. It's important.
Check your heart. That's where it starts.
That's where it starts. You need to be like, I see somebody that has a need, rather than me going, there ought to be a program for this. I'm going to go start that and leave you there destitute.
It's true.
I need to be like, what can I do since I've seen you in need? What can I do to help? Right? And that's what I'm saying. What I'm not saying is we shouldn't help people. What I am saying is we should help people, not somebody else, us. When we see a need, we should fill that need ourselves. So don't misquote me. I know you're going to hate me, probably going to get shot at again or whatever in the world, but we're so happy that we got plumbing done.
This was an exciting day. This was my first time seeing plumbing in the ground, so that was pretty awesome.
And Steve Luck is amazing, right?
Yeah, he was pretty awesome.
If you need plumbing done, that dude knows more about plumbing than anybody I know.
Agreed.
And he's a great shot. I mean, just like barely, just enough to be like, hey, pay your bills. How are you doing, Mike?
Hey, John.
So what is this? Is this a can of beans?
This is Frijoles.
I was close. My question,
Yes.
what do you think fried beans taste like?
I'm not sure.
We might have been doing too much work this whole time with refrying them,
True.
right? So today, we have set forms. You can see there's black plastic. That's a vapor barrier, so that keeps moisture from coming up through your concrete. Hopefully it won't happen. We got our plumbing sticking up everywhere. And these right here are baskets, right? So this is 4 pieces of 1/2-inch steel or 5/8 steel. And then it's got the straps on it and they tie that off. And then everywhere there's a beam, there's a trench, then we put those in there. And then we're gonna do an 18-inch by 18-inch grid of 3/8 rebar. It's right over here, you can see it. That stuff. We'll put that across the grid and then we'll pour concrete on Thursday. So we're so very excited. And if you look over that way, you can see that we've got a large amount of lumber. And we're gonna take that and using nothing but the power of our hands and our minds, our tape measures and saws and nail guns and things, make a house. Are you so excited?
Just like that?
Joe, yeah, I mean, yeah.
It seems so much harder on paper. But then we come out here with you, and it's just like, let's just build a house.
Yeah.
No big deal.
No, it's not a big deal. All right, so, Mike,
Yes.
I'm thinking we talk about manna. Tell me what you know about manna.
Manna or mana?
Manna.
I don't know about manna, but I know about mana.
Tell me about manna. I'll tell you about manna.
Mana from heaven.
That's the one. Yep.
Yeah. I want to hear your manna, though.
Okay, well, I mean, obviously I don't know how to pronounce anything because I'm dumb, but,
That's okay. I'm dumb and I don't understand it.
well, here we go. So, when the Israelites were out in the desert, they left Egypt, they were out in the desert, and then they complained, we don't have any food. And God was like, I will provide your food for you. And so every morning they would wake up and there was manna all over the ground, right? Manna. And they would collect that and then they would eat it, but it wouldn't save to the next day, right? So if you thought, oh, it's everywhere, we're just gonna get as much as we possibly can, it would spoil before the next day. Except on the Sabbath, and then they would collect it and it would stay good for 2 days. It's like God was like, hey, I've got a plan here. Trust me, I need you to understand that every day I'm going to give you what you need. And in our Lord's Prayer, it says, give us this day our daily bread. It doesn't say give us enough to last for the rest of our life. It says every day you're there to provide for us. And so I think, especially during the holidays, it's important. Wait for it.
Quiet on the set!
He's kidding. He's kidding. He's kidding. He's working hard. We're not. Wait for it. Okay, I think that's over. All right, so during this holiday season, I think it's important. It's, and I'm not saying be wasteful, okay? But I think it is important. There's some of us that are more tight-fisted with our money, to maybe just relax that grip a little bit, and you receive with an open hand and give with an open hand, because God will give you more tomorrow. Once again, I'm not saying be wasteful, but what I am saying is be generous, be kind, you know.
I like it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Now tell me your version.
Boy, I like yours.
All right.
We're going to leave it there. This video could go on for hours.
Yeah, maybe months. The house will be done. We're like blah, 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 blah. Everybody's just, you watch it raising up. All right, so.
But I got to tell you,
yeah.
This is really just the most exciting thing I've ever seen, the whole process of what John and everybody's doing. Very, very thankful and really proud that they're all doing this. So.
You, sir, are a pleasure.
Or a pressure.
Nope, you're a delight. Every time I hear your voice, I'm just like, I'm so happy to hear from you. It's a true story.
Oh my God.
Brag about you to all my friends.
Change now.
Nope.
No changes.
Nope. Nope. Love it. All right, see you guys tomorrow. So, as you can clearly tell, we have, what are these called?
Baskets.
Baskets. And they're baskets of what? Bread?
You know, some would think it's bread, but others would call it wire, maybe.
I would not eat this bread. It's not delicious. What is this for, Christina? You're smart.
You know, since I'm the pro here, you know, I've been doing this for so many years.
Yeah.
The baskets are what we put in the ditches.
In the ditches, right?
Yes.
Yeah, in the trenches, yeah.
Yes, the trenches, so that the foundation is firm.
It's strong.
Yes.
Do you think it's important to have a strong foundation?
I think it's definitely important.
I'm talking about in your house and in your life. Which is more important?
I think they both are.
I think
Because
you're
if
right.
you don't have a strong foundation in your house, then you're not living. You might just
You're
like,
gonna
be sleeping one day and your house like breaks on you.
Yeah, it's
You know?
not good. That's not good. But what if you don't have a strong foundation in your life?
You know, you're gonna crash.
That's a good point too. So I feel like Jesus talked about this. He said, the wise man built his house upon the rock, and the foolish man built his house on the sand, right? But when he does that equation, people just leave it at that, and they forget that what he's actually saying is, he who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice, let's just review that, and puts them into practice, is like a wise man who built his house on a rock. You got a firm foundation, and once you put his words into practice, literally everything else after that is simple. You're just putting pieces in place, right? But if you don't get that one part right, I feel like the rest of it's not gonna be right. Because he who hears these words of mine, and plenty of people hear the words and do not put them into practice, is like a foolish man who builds his house on the sand, and when calamity comes, and it will come, the house crashes. You don't want that. You're better than that.
Yeah.
High five. Good lesson, Christina.
Thank you.
You are a smart girl.
know,
I'm honored to be in your presence.
But leading on to what he was saying, I was going to say practice is the key word, because if you do not incorporate what you're learning in the Bible or from church, you're not going to have any changes in your life.
Right.
So that's where the breakthrough comes in.
I saw a comic strip years ago, and it had some bees talking. I know you don't like bees. But one bee said, I memorize 1 Bible verse a day. Another one goes, well, I memorize 2 Bible verses a day. Another one goes, well, I memorize 10 Bible verses a day. And another one just looks at him and goes, I do what it says. Ooh, it stings a little. It stings a little. Hey there. So this morning, We're out here at Mike Norris's place, and we are pouring concrete. So we've got a lot of concrete being poured and a lot of people. It takes an army to brainwash a child. It also takes an army. Is that what it is? A village? It takes a village to brainwash a child. It takes a village to build a house. So we got a bunch of guys here, a bunch of concrete trucks here. Benno's over there. He's amazing. Got Mike Norris over there. He's amazing. Love him, love him, love him. Christina's helping, doing camera work. She's amazing. And then here's me. So that you guys know, a lot of people don't know this. Concrete is made up out of cement powder, sand, gravel, and water. Okay, so they mix all that together in a concrete truck. They have an irritating noise that beeps when they back up. They mix that up and they dump it out. Now there's things you can add to it. You can add fiber, you can add calcium, make it dry faster and things like that, but we're not doing that because it's a beautiful day. So then they take that, they pour it in here. We got forms set. They're sturdy forms. And then they pull it into place. They screed it with a screed board, or they've got aluminum ones or magnesium ones, and they're very straight, and they screed that and get it kind of level, and then they got a bull float. You can see this guy over here in the orange. He's finishing off the edge, but he's got a bull float too, and it's about this wide, and they smooth it, and then we'll put a whirlybird on it, and a whirlybird, they kind of walk behind it once it gets drier, and that'll smooth it out, because we're gonna have finished concrete floors everywhere, no actual like tile or laminate or carpet or anything like that. So we're very, very excited that we're making progress. Tomorrow we're gonna start framing. That's what I love, and we're gonna make some stuff. So see all this lumber over here? Tomorrow that will start to become a house. So this is kind of interesting in case you haven't seen concrete poured before. You can see it's all lumpy, all the gravel's there, right? But then they're pulling it with these things. They're kind of like rakes, but they're not rakes. They just got a solid thing, all right? So they pull that, they got to fill in all the spots, and then this is, it's not a board, it's either aluminum or magnesium. It's called a screed board, right? And so what they do, they take that and they pull across and they get it all level, right? So you can see if there's a low spot, like over here, then they fill it in. And if there's a high spot, they kind of get that out of the way. And then watch what happens. See how they pull it? They just got to make sure that it's good. There's no low spots. So once they do this, then they'll get the bull float, and see this guy over here with the orange, he's gonna get out a bull float. This will be a slightly longer video, but it's worth watching. So that bull float is actually pretty lightweight, but it's very long, obviously. And so what he's gonna do is he's gonna smooth across, and all that honeycomb looking concrete is not pretty right now, but it will be because he's gonna smooth that across, all right? You can tell this is screeding, but it still looks lumpy. And then, hey Mike, what's up? And then he'll get the bull float and he'll smooth that across, right? And then they'll finish it. So what happens too is there's a bunch of rocks at the top, and if you hit that, then it makes the water rise up to the top, and then you can get a smoother finish. So over here, you can't really see it, but over here, that blue thing is it's a vibrator. And so along the edges, they put this vibrator in, and it vibrates all those lumpy looking, garbagey looking things out, so you don't get honeycombing on the side, and then it looks like a finished edge. So they got a vibrator over here. This is a screed board. These guys are working hard to make sure that they're full up, and then he's about to get the full flow.
No. Yeah.
And he starts smoothing that out. Here in a second. What's up? All right, so we got the concrete poured yesterday. So excited. They took the forms off, and that's great. Now we're gonna start framing. So right now you see just, oh, that's not so big, but here in a minute it's gonna be like, that's got really big. So let's take a quick walk through the house. This is part of the garage, all this area here. So this is where they can park their cars. This is more like storage or whatever, okay? Now, if you look on the ground, we spent some time this morning chalking lines everywhere. This is where everything's gonna be. So here's gonna be a doorway, right? You walk right through here, and we're in a laundry room. And then there's storage over here. You walk through this door, here's the front door. All this area is wide open. This is kitchen, dining room, living room. So really pretty. Over there, there's gonna be a French door that goes out. There's gonna be a covered porch with a deck up above it, and then a covered porch up above that. So really pretty. This is all kitchen area, and there'll be an island right here with power in it. Then you walk through this door. There's a half bath, so that's got a sink and a toilet. Then you walk through this door over here. We got master bedroom. All this is a master bedroom. There's gonna be a French door out to the patio. several windows. Then when we walk through here, we're gonna have a big tub. There's gonna be a big shower, a throne room, toilet area, vanity, and a big master closet that's gonna have two different sides, his and her side. Okay, so a couple things that I think are noteworthy. Whenever you're framing up a wall, right, down here, if there's a doorway, we come in 3 inches, and that allows for 2 studs to be here. And then when you put the door in, then you've got enough room for trim, okay? And then whatever the door width is, so this is a 24-inch door, we take that and add 2 inches, and that allows for your door frame and everything, okay? So that's always interesting. And you want to open the door to the biggest part of the room so that you come in and you're at the biggest part of the room. Now I want to tell you a wonderful story. I had an ex-girlfriend, and she was musing. She said, I wonder what our bodies are going to look like when we get to heaven, and they're perfect. She goes, mine won't change much, but I'll barely recognize you. I'm like, thanks, jerk. That's all I got. All right, we're going to start framing.